toward a tree line to get to the medevac helicopter. They came under heavy fire. But Leslie stepped out of his defensive position, put his M16 on full automatic, and suppressed that fire so the medevac helicopter could get off. One of his buddies said he was shot again at that time and dropped. I attribute these different versions to the fog of war, which is a real thing. The smoke and the dust and the heat and the humidity and the seeing things from a different point in the day and the adrenaline flow. I don't doubt for one moment they all occurred. The one thing I'm positive of, if Leslie Sabo hadn't been there that day, if he hadn't taken that initial action to keep his platoons from being overrun, if he hadn't taken out that bunker and gotten that extra ammo, as Eric Poole said in his book, they probably would have written in history about a Mother's Day massacre of 2 platoons of the 101st. 8 were killed tragically. Many more would have died if Leslie Sabo had not done what he did.
I found out in 2002 that he was up in the Medal of Honor. I had no clue for 32 years. I got a phone call from the President of the United States. He says, Rose, he says, may I call you Rose? I says, you can call me anything, yes. You can call me Rose. I says, oh my God, this is such an honor to talk to you. And he says, oh no, the honor is mine. And I said, really? He says, yes, ma'am. He says, I wanted to personally call you and tell you that I'm going to give your husband, Leslie, the Medal of Honor, posthumously, of course. And he said, and I want you to know that this nation is very proud of what he did, and he is well deserving of the award. And I said, oh my God, you don't know how long we've been waiting for this. And he says, yes, I do know. And he said it was long overdue. I'll do whatever it takes to honor him. If it's that for the rest of my life, that's what I'll do, because he deserves that honor.
Thank you. To accept the Chairman's Award in memory of Specialist 4, Leslie H. Sabo, Jr., would you please welcome to the stage his widow, Rosemary Sabo Brown, and his brother, George Sabo.
My notes got scrambled. Well, first of all, good evening and thank you very much for this honor. I would like to thank all of you for being here for this tribute to him. Sabo is a very common Hungarian last name, like Smith. But the H in Leslie's name is not a middle initial abbreviation, but rather an initial for a Hungarian family name, which is Halász. This family name uniquely identifies our Sabo family from all the other Sabo families. And with this clarification, I also want to extend a thank you from my 3 sons and 7 grandchildren who are the only Halász Sabos in this country. I was born in Hungary. Leslie was born in Austria. He was 2 years old when our family immigrated to the United States. Leslie's story, encompassed during his short life, has many parts to it. One part you all know. He was a hero. He gave his life to save many of his comrades on that fateful day, May 10, 1970. Another part of Leslie's story is about the mysteries of God's grand plan. It's about how God sent a boy born of refugee parents escaping the terrors of World War II, halfway around the world to die saving his fellow soldiers of his adopted country in another war, again halfway around the world. An additional part of the story is about this great nation. Every Veterans Day and Memorial Day, we honor our servicemen and women. Every year we say we will never forget those that gave their lives in defense of the freedoms we have. Well, this country didn't forget Leslie. He was awarded the Medal of Honor in Washington 42 years after his death. It took 2 different presidents and many, many, many other people to make this happen. This occurrence and what it took to achieve it is another great part of Leslie's story. Since the Medal of Honor award, he has been honored in Elwood City, the town he grew up in Harrisburg at the Pennsylvania Medal of Honor Park, and now here in Pittsburgh by the veteran leadership of Western Pennsylvania. These events are all evidence that we will never forget. And I and the Halász Sabo family want to thank you for your part in this remembrance of a true hero. And we believe, in an extended way, all those that served this country in the Vietnam War. God bless you all, and God bless America.